this computer. All right, very good. All right, so do the speaker. Wait a minute, I want to be the speaker here. Right now, AJ is the speaker. I don't know what I did.
You see AJ because he was, everyone else sees you, but you can pin your video.
Oh, I say, can you help me with that? All right, so I should begin because I am recording. So if they can, so am I the speaker on your video? Okay. And then pin me. Okay, very good. All right, we are all set. So I want to welcome you all here. And tonight, this afternoon, we are working with the Ratna Dakini. And for those of you who might not know me, everybody knows me, but I am Melissa Abbott. And I want to welcome you all to the Ratna Yellow Dakini meditation. And I am here with Jo Haight Serling at her home in Cocoa Beach, Florida. And we are studying a book called Wisdom Rising, Journey into the Mandala of the Empowered Feminine by Lama Tsultrim Allione. And in this book, she outlines the 5 Dakini practices of the mandala of the empowered feminine. And in our study group here, we are learning different parts of the practice. And first of all, let me just reiterate that the mandala is a cosmological system, a worldview through enlightened eyes. I have someone else coming in. A worldview through enlightened eyes. And through the mandala, each Dakini is experienced as a particular aspect of the sacred feminine. And in this practice, we use visualization, sound, and meditation to transform those aspects of the encumbered pattern or the untransformed aspect of each of the Dakini families. And we're going to transfer it to an unencumbered wisdom aspect of the Ratna Dakini. So first, let's start with some opening mantras and our non-dual invocation. We'll start with our pure motive prayer. May I practice out of love for myself and a desire to know the truth for the benefit of all beings. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachidananda Mutaye Nishprapantachaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om, I open my heart to the power of grace that lives in us as goodness, that is never absent and radiates peace and lights the way to transformation. We'll do the non-dual invocation now. If you know it, know the Sanskrit words, you're welcome to sing along. And my singing voice isn't the greatest, but I will try my best. So it's Atma Tvam Girijamati Sahachara Prana Sariram Guram Pujate Vishvayo Prabhogarachana Nidra Samadhi Stiti Shankara Prarayo Pradakshina Vidi Stotrani Sarva Giro Yad Yad Karma Karomi Tata Dakilam Shambho Tavaranam. You are myself. Parvati is my reason. My 5 pranas are your attendant. My body is your house. And all the pleasures of my senses are objects for your worship. My sleep is your state of samadhi. Wherever I walk, walking around you. Everything I say is in praise of you. Everything I do is in honor of you, O benevolent Lord. So this week, we are doing the yellow Ratna Dakini practice. And just let me have the pleasure of introducing the Ratna Dakini to you. I'm wearing my yellow t-shirt in her honor. And the Ratna Dakini color is not a pale yellow. It's a golden yellow, a very rich yellow. And since the element is earth, the Ratna Dakini is rich, fertile earth. And her symbol is the golden jewel, an amber, honey-colored jewel set in gold. In ancient times, the Ratna family they were known to be excellent rulers, leaders, and kings. And they were known for providing stability and prosperity for all their subjects. The names of many ancient rulers in India and Nepal contain the word Ratna. Ratna Dakini has a full golden body. She has a sense of humor, and she loves bright colors. And in her right hand, she holds a hooked knife ornamented with a beautiful amber-colored golden jewel. And she is dancing with her, she's naked, and she's dancing with her right leg raised and her left leg extended. She holds a skull cup at her heart, and in the crook of her left arm, she has what's called a Katbanga staff, representing her masculine inner consort. Wisdom flames stream out of every pore of her body, and she carries the wisdom of equanimity and unchanging stillness. The female Ratna body type is big and full. She loves bright colors, bright jewelry, a feeling of richness and creativity with a playful, fun energy. So when we talk about the Ratna family, that's a section of the mandala of the 5 Dakinis that faces the southern part of the mandala. So let's just orient ourselves. If you're not facing south, then just imagine you're facing south, or try to face south if you can. And the Ratna Dakini is also the index finger. Her seed syllable is Ri, R-I. Her symbol is the wish-fulfilling jewel. The color is yellow. Her obstructed pattern is pride, inadequacy, arrogance, the need to consume and shop, not being good enough, not being enough, so that the encumbered Ratna state breeds greed, consuming hunger, a need to consume all things. Ratnas grab and hold on for dear life. Food, status, material things, controlling behavior, blaming behavior, self-involved. And you could also think of them as maybe a bag lady that holds everything in all these bags, and they just don't have one of everything. They have 5 of everything, just in case they need it. We all know people like that, myself included. So that is the obstructed view. The unobstructed wisdom of equanimity of the yellow Ratna Dakini is the actual reality of equality consciousness, And that consciousness releases any kind of grasping, can't hold on to all those bags if you're a bag lady, judging, disliking. It releases the self-importance, the ambition, the likes and the dislikes, overbearing attitudes. And everything about the Ratna Dakini is kind of a feeling thing. The Ratna Dakini feels into it. And her season is early autumn. The landscape, jungle, and fertile valleys. The shape is a square. Her body type is generous, statuesque, and large. And the senses that perceive are, if you think about it, taste and smell, they are just so consuming. You know, you can't consume things so much with your ears, or well, although we do, we consume hearing and we consume smells, but the taste and smell are really consuming. So the transformed pattern or unencumbered state of the Ratna Dakini is prosperity, openness to richness, sense of well-being, generosity, appreciating the richness of each moment, and just being very impartial. The wisdom of equanimity is an enriching presence. It's a sense of self-acceptance, no need for the approval of others. And the Ratna Dakini has a very good sense of humor, has dignity rather than pride, confidence rather than arrogance, shares freely, no need to hoard. And when we stop grasping, the wisdom is that there is there to access true generosity, stability, groundedness, treating everyone with the same with equal value, with dignity of self-completeness. So in other words, the Ratna Dakini is the same to a very wealthy, rich person as they are to a beggar on the street. It's all the same. So we're going to start our meditation with some protections. So everybody go ahead and get comfortable in their seat, maybe wrap a natural fiber shawl around you, maybe just square off your hips, maybe put a pillow behind your back. And let's just imagine that our meditation space is protected by a tent of rainbow light. This light, this tent, is made of interlocking double vrajas. So it becomes like a chain link fence. Do we have the vraja here today? No, we don't. Okay. And vrajas, these vrajas are made of rainbow light. The spectrum of the rainbow light includes all the colors, but the colors are pure luminosity. It therefore raises the vibratory field surrounding you and acts as a protection. So let's just imagine that tent, the chain link fence of interlocking vrajas of rainbow light all around us, raising the vibratory field and acting as a protection. So just take a moment to feel the southerly direction. So if you're looking at me, behind me is the southerly direction here in Cocoa Beach in Florida. And we have our puja here with our 5 dakinis around the meditator. And so just before we start, just feel that southern direction in your meditation seat. And we will take 9 relaxing breaths before doing any of the 5 Dakini meditations or practices. So this is our breathing exercise that we will always do before the practice. So close your eyes and keep them closed as much as possible until the end of the process. And for the first 3 breaths, Breathe into any physical tension you are holding in your body, noticing where you feel it, and then hooking that tension with the breath and release the tension with the exhalation. So take a deep inhale. Notice where you're feeling any physical tension in your body. Hook that tension with the breath and release it. Exhale. Let it ride out. 2 more. Inhale. Maybe that physical tension is in your neck or your shoulders or your hips. And just let it ride out with the exhalation. 3rd one. Inhale. Feel any kind of physical tension. Hook that tension with the breath and release the tension with the exhalation. For the second 3 breaths, breathe into any emotional tension you are holding, noticing where you're holding the emotional tension in your body, then hooking that emotional tension with your breath, releasing it, and letting it ride out with the exhalation. So inhale, breathe into any emotional tension you are holding, and exhale, let that emotional tension ride out. Maybe something upset you, or you were sad, or you're angry about something. Let that emotional tension get hooked with your breath and ride out. Second breath, inhale. Hook that emotional tension and exhale. Let it all out. Hold. Inhale, 3rd one. Hook any emotional tension in your body and release it with the exhalation. And for the last 3 breaths, breathe into any mental tension, worries you're holding, anything that's been bothering you. Maybe you were up last night thinking about something. So breathe into any mental tension you are holding, noticing where you're holding that mental tension in your body, and then hooking that tension with the breath and releasing it with the exhalation. So inhale, hook that mental tension, and exhale, releasing it out. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Let that mental tension ride out. Last one. Inhale. Hook the tension with the breath and exhale. Let it completely ride out. And now we'll generate a heartfelt motivation to practice not only for yourself, but for all beings. So you can say silently to yourself any kind of intention that you want to do for your practice, or what they call a sankalpa. You can think of one word or a series of words that might apply right here. It could be something like grace or patience, generosity. And say it to yourself 3 times silently. And it is my heartfelt motivation to practice for the benefit of all beings, as well as myself, releasing all that keeps me from experiencing the truth and transformation of presence. So let us begin our Ratna Dakini meditation, unblocking encumbered energy of the Ratna Dakini. So remember that the encumbered pattern is pride, arrogance, hoarding, insecurity. The direction is self, the element is earth. The seed mantra syllable is re. The time is noon. The color is yellow. The symbol is a yellow, golden yellow, amber jewel. The season is early autumn. The landscape, jungle, or fertile valleys. A large, full, statuesque shape. Sense perception is smell and taste. Scan the body and feel any energy of arrogance, pride, or insecurity in your own body. This might be a heaviness of limbs, a hollow feeling in your belly, a sinking sensation in your heart. Ask yourself, when I think of my arrogance, my pride, my insecurity, what feeling do I feel in my body? And ask yourself, how do I manifest these feelings? How do I manifest my arrogance, my pride? Maybe I'm very ambitious. Maybe I think everybody should notice me. Maybe underneath is a deep security, so I need to be the center of attention. And perhaps recall an incident in which you were in the encumbered state recently, or something that happened from your past. And you want to feel this encumbered state, the arrogance, the pride, the bag lady, the hoarding, the insecurity. You want to feel it in your body. So just wait until you feel this before beginning. So look for the intensity of arrogance, pride, insecurity, feeling it very deeply. And we'll just take a pause while you feel this. Feel the intensity of arrogance, pride, insecurity, hoarding, not being enough. Feel it very deeply. And now intensify that feeling of the need to control. Intensify the pride, the arrogance, the hollow feeling in the heart, the feeling you're not enough. Intensify it maybe in your heavy limbs. Is it a sinking feeling? Feel deeply the encumbered energy or feeling of. You really want to just try to feel it deeply and strongly, and it may feel uncomfortable for a moment. Just feel it deeply. The more deeply you feel it, the easier it will release. And this deep feeling gives you the feeling of the Ratna family in the blocked state. And that is the Ratna family, is that southern direction of the mandala. So now we're going to sound the seed syllable slowly in a low voice. Re, R-I. And as you sound the syllable, feel the sound going through your body, almost like you're sending the sound into your body, right into your heart, rather than projecting it out. And you know, normally might just try to project it out, but feel it within. And as you sound the seed syllable re, see your body permeated by yellow light and feel the obstructed pattern of insecurity, arrogance, pride, or sense of lack. And feel your body penetrated and permeated with the sound of re. And as you sound the syllable, feel it go through your body and feel the obstructed pattern maybe starts to transform, might not start to transform right away. So we'll do a series of re's. Take a deep inhale. Re. Feel it very deeply. Feel the yellow light going through your body, sending the sound into your body rather than projecting it outwards. We'll do it again. Take a deep inhale. As you sound the seed syllable re, see your body permeated and penetrated by the yellow light of the yellow Dakini. Feel the obstructed pattern of insecurity and arrogance and pride. Feel your body with the sound of re. Inhale. Re. Feel the obstructed pattern maybe start to transform into the wisdom of equanimity. That's equal vision. Let the wisdom of equanimity come from the sound and light. And now we are going to sound the seed syllable again, slowly in a low voice. And as you sound the syllable, feel it go through your body, almost like you're sending the sound into your body. And as you sound the seed syllable re, see your body filled with yellow light. Feel the obstructed pattern of the Ratna Dakini, releasing its wisdom into the equanimity pattern. Feel your body penetrated and permeated with the sound of re. Start to feel the obstructed pattern transforming, dropping the struggle, resting in the wisdom of your equanimity, releasing pride, greed, inadequacy, arrogance, self-importance through the sound, the yellow light, and the visualization. So let the transformation come from the sound and the light. You yourself become the Ratna Dakini. As you sound the seed syllable re, imagine your own body transforming into the luminous yellow body of the Ratna Dakini, full-breasted, dancing, naked, wearing bone ornaments, a luminous, rich, amber, jewel-colored yellow, feeling such intensity of energy that it becomes flames. So take a deep inhale. Become the Ratna Dakini. Re. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 90. 91. 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. 99. 100. 101. 102. 103. 104. 105. 106. 107. 108. 109. 110. 111. 112. 113. 114. 115. 116. 117. 118. 119. 120. 121. 1 Maybe you start to see the intensity of the yellow wisdom flames coming out of every pore of the Ratna Dakini's body, and start to feel the intensity, the wisdom of equanimity. And that intensity is an emanation from your own body, flames from every pore. And from those flames becomes equal vision. Nothing is better than something else. Everything is equal. The reality of equality, the release of grasping, judging, likes and dislikes, self-importance, and overbearing attitude. Take a deep inhale. Let it penetrate and permeate your being from the inside out. And now, the next time that we sound the seed syllable re, the syllable of the Ratna Dakini, let's send rainbow light to all the wisdom beings of the universe. The light invites those beings to send the rainbow light back. Your light rays have hooks on the end, and they gather the wisdom of the beings, the wisdom beings. So we're going to sound the seed syllable re, and wisdom, equality, infused light returns to us and enters the Ratna Dakini. That is us. Take a deep inhale. Send the light out to the wisdom being. Hook the energy of the wisdom beings. The wisdom of equanimity returns as infused light and enters us as the Ratna Dakini. One more time. Inhale. Send the rainbow light out. The wisdom beings are going to send it back. And then feel your encumbered state start to transform into equanimity. Take a deep inhale. Wisdom flames emanate your body. The wisdom light returns and enters you. Rest a while in the equanimity wisdom. Feeling and noticing what it is like to become the yellow Ratna Dakini. Embodying the wisdom and discernment of equanimous wisdom, releasing the grasp and struggle of the encumbered energy of pride, arrogance, and self-importance. Bask in the energy of the yellow Ratna Dakini. We'll stay like this for a few minutes. Inhale and exhale, embodying the fierce energy of the Ratna Dakini. This force transforms, destroys limitations and delusions, transforming you into a stable state of generosity and wisdom of equanimity. Equal vision like earth. Invite her to stay with you. And in the privacy of your home, you can repeat the re-seed syllables slowly and mindfully, resting after each repetition as many times as you like, always resting in the emanating wisdom of equanimity at the end. Resting in the wisdom of equanimity, transforming you into a stable state of generosity, equal vision, like earth. Invite the Ratna Dakini to stay with you throughout the day, throughout the week. And we'll be putting this Zoom video call up on the YouTube. So if you want to watch it again or listen to it again, it's good to just listen to it. You don't actually have to watch it. And just resting in the wisdom of equanimity, transforming those parts of yourself that might be insecure, the need to show off, the need to be the center of the tension, the need to consume, to shop, to buy, to hoard. Transform that into a beautiful generosity of spirit, dignity instead of pride. Repeating the seed syllable re, slowly and mindfully, even just to yourself. You can feel the vibration within your heart. Visualize yourself as the Ratna Dakini. And then very slowly, easefully and gently, taking your time, no hurry. You can start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Very slowly, just like molasses, no quick movements. Bringing your awareness back to the present moment, resting in the wisdom of the Ratna Dakini. You can bring your arms out like airplane wings and very easily, slowly, and gently bring your palms together. Feel the energy body as your palms come together. Anjali Mudra at your heart chakra. And we'll end our practice by remembering our sankalpa or intention that we set at the beginning of the practice. That one word or series of words, that heartfelt motivation to practice for yourself as well as others. And say that intention or sankalpa to yourself 3 times silently. And it is my heartfelt motivation to practice for the benefit of all beings as well as myself, releasing all that keeps me from experiencing the truth and the transformation of presence. You can bring your hands slightly apart, bring them together with a nice little clap. Rub your hands together, create some prana shakti, and give yourself a nice little energy bath here. The top of your head, your face, your ears, your glands in your neck, your voice, your heart, your torso, your legs, your arms, your hands. Really give yourself that sense of generosity, your calves, your feet, your toes. Bring your hands back together, Anjali Mudra at your heart chakra. Bring your thumb knuckles to your third eye. Namaste. And now we're going to come back to the present, and we'll open up discussion if anybody would like to share any experiences or have any questions or talk about the practice. This is a good time to do so. So who would like to start? Anyone? I know you're just coming out of meditation, so take your time, take a minute. There's nothing burning.
So I had an insight.
Oh, who's
May I
this?
share the insight? This is Michael.
Oh, hi, Michael.
I'm not visible. I'm an invisible light being.
Why are you invisible?
Well, because I haven't done my proper Zoom, whatever.
Oh,
But
I see.
anyway.
And this is Michael.
So, yes. So this is my Diva Diksha Day, Groundhog Day, 37 years ago. I don't know if folks know about Diva Diksha, but anyway. So it's kind of auspicious for me. But
Diva Diksha means that this is the day that he met his guru and got Shaktipat Diksha, which is an awakening of energy within his body. And Michael comes from the Siddha Yoga tradition. I also come from that tradition as well. And I know him from that tradition. So that's what he's talking about.
So my contraction or my issue, or however one wants to, some scar, whatever you want to, however you want to describe it, was arrogance, because I'm a lawyer. And I don't know if anyone's known arrogant people, but lawyers, we tend to be arrogant, know so much. I thought I had, through experiences, I thought I had pretty well gotten rid of my arrogance. I thought I had transcended it. Ha ha ha. But in the midst of our contemplation, our practice, what became painfully aware was that I was quite judgmental of others in terms of their not accepting the truth, or, for lack of a better term, being Trumpies, and not valuing science, truth, factual-based what isness, right? And I was able to see that that what my limit, my arrogance, is actually dwelling there. It's in that judgmentalness of others, and that if I practice this for others as well as myself, it's to transcend that and to let go of that. And then until I do, I'm still kind of suffering from a form of arrogance. And anyway, that was what came up for me, and I thought it was worthy of sharing.
Yeah, that is a beautiful sharing. And, you know, before Ram Dass actually left his body, he had a big puja in his house in front of his wheelchair, and he had a picture of Trump on the puja. So he was also doing the same thing, finding the equality consciousness in everything. And in the book, Wisdom Rising, Lama Tsultrim Allione also talks about the equanimity of, say, someone like the Dalai Lama, where everyone is equal, everyone is the same person. He has this beautiful eminence energy around him. And so you could think that, you could almost feel that as something to aspire to, or to look for. And things like ambition and arrogance, you know, we don't realize we have them. So that is incredible, Michael. Thank you for sharing that. Anybody else have something they want to share, experience or question? Barb, I see you came in.
I did. I loved the hooking in the beginning. I had this really sharp pain, and you probably can tell me why, the significance of the sharp pain in my left knee, which is weird. And then with the breathing, it went away. Wow. And I was pretty surprised by that. So, and then the rest of it, it was, I don't know, it sort of brought out this part of me that really wanted to giggle a lot. And I'm not really sure what that was about either. I just felt very young and playful, and like I just wanted to laugh a lot. So first this thing in my knee went away, and then I don't know, I just felt very silly. And that's my experience.
Well, the Ratna Dakini transformed you into more of a fun-loving person. Also, those laughing things, they can be a thing called kriyas, where you're expelling through laughter instead of like crying or being sad or whatever. The laughter bubbles up and it releases what would be called samskaras, or patterns of being. So it could just be the way you were releasing. That's all. Yeah,
I get that a lot. I just feel like, I don't know, I feel very silly, and then I want to laugh, and then I'm like, what is that? Where did, you know, so I don't know. So, but thank you for the release. Right, exactly. But thank you for the release of the tension in my left knee.
Who knows what that was? All right. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for coming, Barb. Anyone else have anything? What about you, AJ? I know you have something in there.
I think I need to sit with it before I put words to it, though. So
okay, I can understand that. Yeah. Very good.
That was a big one. It was a big one. It was very challenging. I felt a lot of resistance. It's definitely one that I'm going to go into sometimes this week. That's what I'll say.
Right.
you.
Well, the Ratna Dakini is one of my favorites because things like arrogance and pride are you think that they're so secret. You think that you're hiding it so well. And they can be completely obvious to other people. Or you might even realize that it's not anything you should be thinking about. You know, that in our society, just being a little arrogant or a little prideful is just par for the course. You know? All right, thank you. Kitty, what about you? How was the Ratna Dakini meditation for you? You have to unmute I'll unmute you. Hold on. Oh, I think you're going to have to unmute yourself, Kitty. There you
Can
go.
you
There
hear
you
me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, it was very interesting. I've never really done a meditation like that before. So, feeling pretty relaxed, and I'm not sure, some things came up about more about insecurity, I think. And I could feel initially some tension in my upper shoulders that seemed to let go when I was breathing into it. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I was wondering if, do you have, I think this is the second one that you did. Is there a recording of the first one anywhere?
Yes, I'll send you the email with the link.
Okay.
It's on the East. It's the Blue Vraja Dakini, and we did it last week. And there's a YouTube video, and I'll send it to you. Plus, you've gotten the book, so you can read more about it and see if it's something that
Mhm.
is interesting to you. I think you might like it for sure.
Hmm.
Anything
Mhm.
else?
Not at the moment, but thank you. Thanks for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Nice to see you. Good to connect while I'm in Florida. So great. What about
It is.
our friends on the sailboat, Dave and
Ah.
Jonah?
Have to unmute.
Oh, I still can't hear you. Ask to unmute. You have to unmute yourself.
There you go.
There you go.
So I have a question. Mostly, I mean, I really enjoyed the meditation, but I've kind of had this question for a while. It has to do with the invitation to remember or to feel these feelings. You know what I mean? Like feel the arrogance, feel the pride, that sort of thing. So, like, I can remember those times, but I find that I can't actually feel the feelings again. I mean, I can remember times that I was feeling pride, arrogance, whatever.
Right.
But the feeling, I don't have access, I don't feel the feeling when I remember it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty common, and it's just something you probably have to work on and find out what's underneath that. Like maybe underneath all of it is, insecurity or anger, or maybe you've transformed a lot already. I don't know,
I don't know. I was wondering, we've all had experiences where we've been like really fearful.
Right.
You know what I mean? No matter whatever the circumstance might be, we can remember that circumstance, but do we really feel that intense fear all over? I mean, I don't, for one. It made me wonder, like, do people have access to really re-feeling those feelings?
Yes, just talk to anyone who has PTSD.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
Gotcha.
you have blocked patterns.
Cool. That's good to know.
It could just just be that it's something you need to just sit with for a while. Sometimes people have to sit with it, and then at 2 a.m. you wake up and go, yeah, okay, you know, it's this. So I would just meditate on that a little bit more. And it could be that pride and arrogance is just not, you know, a big family for you. It could be that other things are, you know, and some people can identify with this more than other people. So, but it's that sense of hoarding and saving and shopping to make yourself feel better, buying a new toy to make yourself feel better, that kind of thing, instead of just being who you are. And maybe you just are who you are, and that's it, and you're fine with that.
Typically shopping doesn't make me feel better. But
Is that because
Generally,
you're spending money?
no, just, you know, I just think it's a waste of life. But no, I'm just kidding. But no, thank you for that. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Jonah, what about you?
Well, it's kind of funny because I can, yeah, first of all, I will validate Dave does not like shopping. So
He's not a shopper.
saying what he said, because actually I have similar issues. I mean, I literally was having some of those feelings in an incredibly strong way a couple days ago, like not that long ago. And it felt very abstract when I tried to recall them, even though I felt them viscerally 2 days ago. So I don't know if it's just I need more time or something. On the other hand, it didn't seem to matter because I felt really like I picked up the Ratna energies, and I was just feeling all the golden light and equanimity and prosperity flooding through me. But I will confess that similarly, I find it hard to viscerally feel the encumbrances, even though I totally relate to them.
Yeah. So the fact that you're feeling the light and it's a transformative light is great. I wouldn't really worry about the rest of it. Yeah. It's just a practice.
It really worked. I really felt it. It's just, so thank you.
She does say in this book that the deeper you feel things, the more release you have. That was just something that when I first started doing these practices, I would have the same experience you were having. And then I concentrated on it more and more. And then I felt the things more and more that I thought about it. And the fact that she had said, oh yeah, like, you know, the more anger you have, like the bigger release you have, like for the Vraja Dakini. And so, you know, the more arrogance you have, that you feel that arrogance, like, how come everyone doesn't notice me and see who I am, you know, that kind of thing. How come they don't know I'm a great this or that, you know, I'm a great lawyer, I'm a great yoga teacher, I'm a great this. They don't actually recognize that, you know. And then the more you feel that in yourself, then the bigger release. All right. Thank you. Joanne, are you still here? She was on the phone call. Joanne, I think she's at work. How about you, Sean? Are you still meditating or are you with us?
Yeah, I thank you for sharing the practice. And I did notice some pleasurable sensations. I utilize your cue with the hooking, the hook on if you notice pain or tension. So I utilize that. And I also felt certain visualization of series, you know, coming up. So I felt kind of a release as well. So thank you.
Thank you, Sean. And we have Joe here. Do you want to come over and share? Joe's going to come over and share. All right.
I don't have to sit there. I'll just.
No, just go ahead, sit down so everyone can see you.
Hello, everyone. So in the course of my meditation practice, I at one point became aware of the thought that I wasn't good enough to become awakened, and that was actually a form of arrogance. I am so unenlightened. I'll never be enlightened. Like, I'm the most unenlightened person in the world, right? And so it was really, I won't say fun, but it's to work with the Ratna energy, how insidious that arrogance is in the way it comes in, where you think, oh no, I'm not that arrogant. But as, was it Mike or the first person?
It says Matt on
Matt.
his. Michael.
The judgment that you have towards other people or towards yourself is that Ratna energy, that encumbered Ratna energy. And so it's lovely to have a practice here to release some of that. So that's my share.
Thank you. All right, so we have so much gratitude. Joe has a beautiful home here on Cocoa Beach, and we've been practicing together. We've been working on wisdom rising. We've also been working on some Shiva Tantra meditations, and also on another book by Lama Tsultrim Allione called Feeding Your Demons. And after the wisdom rising journey into the mandala of the 5 Dakinis practice group, I'd like to do another practice group in the future for feeding your demons. So I just wanted to mention that. Anybody else have any, I know Michelle Manny, she has kids, maybe she had to get off. There's construction happening at her house. She's not still here. Joanne, are you here? No, I know she's at work. She's on her lunch hour, so maybe she had something came up. Anybody else have anything else you want to share before we sign off? So I like to make this, exactly an hour so that it's something that you can do in the middle of the day. It's not too long. It's just a short little practice. And I want to thank you all for being here. And then next week, we will be working on the Padma Dakini. And the Padma Dakini, let's see. Well, you can read about it in the book. But the Padma encumbered, encumbered pad, her seed syllable is ni, and she's a red light. She's the red Padma Dakini. So try to wear red next week. And she's an interesting Dakini. She's fiery, she's red. And anyway, all right. We'll see you next week. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
For coming.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank
All
you.
right, namaste.
Bye.
Namaste.
All right, we'll end it now. Okay.